800 to 1,000 people live here. Majority of the people actually live in the mountains. Now, this was also one of the very first motor motels in Arizona.
After you.
Ooh.
Very nice. With the advent of technology, and then you build the interstate, which now runs through, all of a sudden you don't need to stop at these towns anymore and they just dry up. Our kind of prehistoric America.
So gritty, you know what I mean? Like,
whoa, that is an old railroad boxcar.
wow. This is incredible.
This looks sketch.
This looks super sketch. Some Texas Chainsaw type of stuff, man.
Hantavirus.
What is that?
It's a virus you get from abandoned places with mice running around. You know, why are we so attracted to ruined places as opposed to just things that are still built? Kind of gives us a story that we have to piece together.
What is going on, everybody? Today I am back with another video with Ron yet again, and we are going to the small town right off Route 66 called Seligman.
13 miles outside of Seligman. This is the longest stretch of Route 66 that is still no longer an interstate or highway. It's still just 2 lanes. If you can imagine traveling this way in the 1950s, everybody crammed into a giant car, 5 kids packed in the back seat, no seat belts, no air conditioning. It's 100 degrees outside. Y'all got wet washcloths on your heads because you're so hot.
Man, you're really making this sound like a incredible journey that I don't want to take.
Well, you know, Route 66 was built in the 1920s. It was the first transcontinental highway. Cruised all the way from Chicago all the way out to the California coast. It was a big deal to jump on the mother road and go out there. Then World War II happened. Post-war, we had an economic boom, including automobiles that were much more reliable. So you have these big, gorgeous 1950s cars with big fins on the back. What you're going to do, you're going to load up the family and take a summer road trip. So you jump on Route 66 and you cruise. You maybe only make it 40 miles or so before your car overheats, or you blow a tire, or your car breaks down. And what happens? Well, you have these little service stations that crop up along the road every 20 miles or so. What else do you need? You need a place to stay. So all these little motels, motor hotels, that's where motel comes from, crop up all over the place too. Then you have to have a shake shop, you have to have a place to buy souvenirs, have a diner to eat your food. So all that 1950s culture of diners, little motels, road trips, all of that happens simultaneously, and it happens right along here. Pizza joint. I wonder how the pizza joint is. We might have to find out.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Suddenly got very hungry.
I know.
We're going to take our first stop at the Aztec Motel.
Look at that. That's so cool. Old chairs.
So this is the Aztec Motel and Creative Space. You guys want to give us a tour of the hotel?
Yes, that's really good, that part.
Okay, everybody, so welcome to the Aztec Motel. I'm Sebastian de Border. We're here in sunny Seligman, Arizona, as you can see. Lots of sun right now. Around 800 to 1,000 people live here. Majority of the people actually live in the mountains around here. Yeah, business booming. We're busy every night and people are very happy. All the antiques you see here are all real mid-century. First thing what we did is we fixed up the courtyard. It was all white gravel. So we created a nice little sort of patio area over here. So what we did as well, we recycled all the materials that we used. So thanks to Ron, of course, we purchased many great things that we reuse. But for example, the grass is football grass that has been recycled.
I like that.
All the furniture you see has been recycled.
It's beautiful.
Thank you so much. Now over here, guys, is the creative space. This was the original motel from 1915.
Wow.
So back then it was sort of like a hostel. So you had like little rooms, shared bathrooms, shared showers. So you had like, of course, the deluxe room, which is like, you know, a private bed. But then you had like little bunk beds you can rent. And this was also one of the very first motor motels in Arizona.
Man, your hospitality is impeccable. Okay, didn't expect this to be this amazing. Wow. This is incredible.
So yeah, guys, this will be our conference room. And of course, there's a lot of meetings that have taken place here since its creation. But yeah, like the pianos from 1915 as well. I bought this from a ranch for $50. Wow. So this guy was like, let's get out of here. So I'm like, great. So I lifted up with another guy, and yeah, it was my back was broken for like a week, but we got in. And of course the
karaoke machine?
The karaoke machine
Okay,
from
that's what-
Fatburger.
That's so crazy, man.
So yeah, it belonged to like a regional manager. And as you can see, all the bits and pieces are in there. I just need repairs.
Wow.
But this guy was moved to Alaska and he lived in Scottsdale. And it says, for free, for anyone to pick it up. I say, free, that is my code for, So apart from our beautiful create space and our beautiful lobby, we also have great rooms. Here, come in.
After you. Ooh.
Very nice.
Okay. This is like posh, man. I like this.
Yeah. But it's still got the old, man, I remember staying in rooms like this when I was a kid.
This is very nice,
of
actually.
the
Well, thank
70s
you.
and
Lock this down for a sec. and
Man,
I'll
this
give
is
you guys,
like legitimately the coolest motel I've ever been to.
Isn't this a cool spot?
Like actually, yeah.
So this is Delgadillo Snowcap, which I believe has been here since the 1950s. And it was built by the father of this place. His last name was Delgadillo. He worked for the railroad. And he built this literally out of pieces of the railroad.
Wow.
Like old buildings and scrap that he found. That's how he built the original building.
Oh, it's the other
this
one.
That's hilarious. That's really freaking
Dude, I'm
funny.
keeping that in the video.
That's really funny. I think I'm gonna have a shake. You gotta, thank you. Nice to meet you. What do you recommend? What do you think is amazing for a shake?
Coffee's actually my favorite.
Coffee's your favorite?
I like it because it cuts the sweetness.
I'm not a coffee person, but I think an Oreo shake sounds amazing.
It is very popular.
Okay, I'm
Oreo
gonna go with the
shake?
Oreo shake. Yeah.
Anything else?
Is this also the ice cream flavors?
No, ice cream I have chocolate, vanilla, or together.
Let's do together.
This is the special. It's half off.
I like the normal one, please.
The normal one?
Yeah. I don't want the special
whole
one.
cone?
Yeah.
You don't want to be special?
I don't want to be special.
It's also bottomless.
You know what's hilarious about this ice cream shop is that so when I was in Missouri on Route 66, they had an ice cream shop and they had the same attitude on that one. So it makes me wonder if
I
it's
love
like
it.
a thing off Route
I think
66.
it is a thing. I think like having your sassy waitresses is very much a Route 66
Yeah.
kind of thing. Seligman's really done a great job of leaning into the Route 66 vibe.
Oh, this is literally the dude from. Why can't I think of his
Cars.
name? Why can't I think of his name right now? What's his name? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't remember who the truck was.
I love that.
It's pretty fun.
This actually looks like a Tarantino movie, like straight up.
It kind of does,
doesn't it?
Like the restaurant from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, it literally does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Oh man, look at that! Return of the '50s.
Yeah.
That is super cool. We got this place is really popping off though.
It's hopping. Yeah.
I gotta say, I mean, I'm impressed with this town.
Well, they've really leaned into the fun stuff here.
Yeah,
You know, they've really made it work.
that's really important.
And really just kind of revive the town from being a ghost town to being kind of up and coming. And
yeah,
I feel like that Route 66 energy is starting to leach back into the world, which is kind of cool.
yeah.
You know, you got the boomer generation retiring, but they're, you know, the people they raised, my generation, are totally into that old school vibe.
And of course, then when you drive down here, it like is a different town almost. It seems like.
I mean, it's a bit of a mix between a little bit run down, a little bit depressed, and then you have cool stuff like the Roadkill Cafe over here.
The rides in Disneyland that like are like literally replicas of this stuff.
Right. That's
It exists
when the
in real
Disney
life.
animators were making that movie, they drove Route 66 and they visited all these little towns, and that's where they got all their ideas.
It's big cricket on me. That's a beautiful grasshopper.
Just hopped on you there to hitch a ride. He's going to be very confused when he hops off. Whoa. That is an old railroad boxcar.
Wow.
This is like an 1800s boxcar.
Yeah.
Look at the
Made
old
completely out of wood.
Look at the
huh?
old hinges on that. See if we can open it. No,
I can get the camera in it though.
oh, this is neat.
Look at that. Was that from it? That's from this?
I think it's from like an old jar or something like that. But
That's
it's,
some thick glass.
it's some really thick glass. It's purple glass.
Oh,
So that's at
cool.
least 100 years old. The lead in the glass, when it's exposed to ultraviolet light or sunlight,
Turns purple?
turns purple.
Really?
Yeah, so you'll find these old purple bottles every once in a
There's
while.
lead in the glass?
There's lead in the glass.
Oh, that's probably why people were like dying early all the time, huh?
Yeah. There's lead in everything. There's lead in paint, lead in glass, lead in your food, lead in all sorts of things.
Wonder why.
I don't know if it was like a bonding agent or
I was
something
thinking
like
it must
that.
like thicken it up or something.
Yeah, it must thicken
huh?
it up or something like that. But yeah, purple glass is kind of cool.
Watch out, watch your head.
Hey, it's a big wooden box.
Wow. This is incredible.
This is really neat. Dude,
Is that the number of the car?
Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe rail line.
Look at that.
3,400.
Dude, this is like next level. I feel like this is like...
This is so neat.
This is like probably like one of the coolest things I've seen doing these videos, actually.
It's really something. It'd be cool to have this in your yard.
Yeah, seriously. All of Route 66, like no matter what part of the country, whether you're out west or even like out east, like when I was in Missouri, like it has the exact same vibe. Like all the buildings are the same, like
Right.
everything's exactly the same.
Right.
You know?
And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that it just lasted about 30 years. You know, from about 1930 to 1960 was more or less Route 66's heyday. So you went from having the Ford Model Ts, which, you know, had really limited range. They had small gas tanks, so you could only make it so far, and you could only take these cars so far before they break down. In a similar way, it's kind of like electric cars are today, in that your journey is based on your range, and you can't just fill it up super quick and be on your way. You know, when you take a long road trip in an electric car now, you stop to charge every once in a while, and it makes you see your surroundings a little differently. You're driving a Model T. It's fun to cruise along, but really you're only going to make it like 20 miles before you have to fill up again.
Sure.
And you're tired because you're basically driving a buckboard wagon with a motor.
Wow.
That far. With the advent of technology, you know, you have the post-war cars, which are like now the big land yachts with fins on them and big back seats. You can cruise in relative comfort compared to that. You have windows that roll up.
Yeah.
You know, now you don't need to go quite as far, but they still break down
Sure.
a decent amount. They still break down pretty frequently. And then as cars get more reliable and then you build the interstate, which now runs through, then all of a sudden you don't need to stop at these towns anymore and they just dry up.
No.
Now your car can go 100 miles instead of 40 miles, or it can go 200 miles, or it can go 300 miles instead of 40 miles. You know, it was only about a 30-year span where technology stair steps up from the first time you can actually travel across the country to where you can travel in such comfort that you don't need to stop. It's our kind of prehistoric America.
It really is.
Except our prehistory is only
Well,
70, 80 years old.
It's so gritty. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like all of it's just so gritty everywhere. It's like this too, like what I was saying in Missouri and all of that. Like it's all like this.
Yeah, but it definitely has its charm, right?
Yeah, it does have charm.
It looks like we're in the old roundhouse. There's the roundhouse where the train drives on to a
Oh yeah,
a track,
yeah. I do
and
know
then
that
the whole
show.
train and the
Yeah.
track rotates around,
Yeah,
so you can go into different sheds.
yeah,
Well, you see this?
yeah. That's what this is.
That's
huh?
what this is. That's what this was. And you can see, you know, where it led out into the edges here. So this is the old rail yard we're in. We're really tracing the path of history here, including these old early 20th century fire hydrants. So you can see here the beds where you would bring the trains into the sheds
Yeah.
to service them one by one, and they're kind of radiate out from that central circle. You know, why are we so attracted to ruined places as opposed to just things that are still built? Because there's plenty of structures that are just as old as this that are in perfect condition.
Yeah.
But this kind of gives us a story that we have to piece together. It's really the archaeology of trash. See, we got a piece of a ceramic insulator from a power line here. From these little bits and pieces, we recreate the story. This looks sketch.
This looks super sketch.
Um,
I'll let you decide on that. I don't even know, dude.
just pretend I'm a cow and try not to stand on any nails.
That
Maybe
is
we'll-
like incredibly insane. Us being stupid.
Yeah. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, now's the time
And don't do this at home,
where you
kids.
should like and subscribe to the video, because we're literally risking death a little bit, in a sense. Or at least some injury here.
Maybe some infection down the road.
Yeah, yeah. Some health problems. This is literally like some Texas Chainsaw type of stuff, man.
You've seen too many horror movies. And good job. Whoa. And then got hantavirus.
What is it?
Hantavirus.
What is that?
It's a virus you get from abandoned places with mice running around.
Oh, is that for real?
Yeah, it's a real thing. It can kill you.
Oh, shit.
Well, this looks homey.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, next, yeah. Well, you know, thank you, of course, as always.
Yeah.
And, yeah, if you guys like this series on Route 66, leave a comment. And like and subscribe, of course. And let us know, you know, the next town you want to see on Route 66, and maybe we'll end up going there. Any parting words?
This is a great place. Great place to explore. A really beautiful day and cool people. Good all around time.
All right. You guys have a good one. Peace.